I look at the thing, I'm playing Tommy Norris and Landman, or I'm playing the guy in Goliath or Fargo or Sling Blade or Monstrous Ball, whatever I was in. I just go out there and do what it says, and be myself in whatever role it is. And because, people want to think there's a trick to everything, that you can learn everything. And it's kind of just not true. I mean, I believe artists, whether they're musicians, novelists, actors, whatever they are, I truly believe that you're born with most of it. I'm not saying that you can't learn and that you can't progress, you can't get better. I mean, just repetition makes you better. I mean, just the more you do something, the more comfortable you get with it. But if you say, like, if you were to ask me, what is my process? Hell, I wouldn't know what to tell you. I don't know what my process is. It's like my process started when I was born. I use my life experience and I do this stuff. I lived a very eclectic life, and I just remember all this stuff. I don't need to go in the hallway before a scene and think about when my dad ran over my cat or something.
Oh, right.
And, start, gobbling like a turkey and, yelling and screaming and punching the wall and stuff like that, and trying to get all this sense memory. My sense memory is here on the edge of my skin every fucking minute. And, I mean, if you were raised where I was, it was like, I don't forget any of that stuff. And I've lived 50 different lives. So plenty to draw on. And I just believe that people want... It sounds like you're smarter if you say, well, here's how I learn lines. I take this, and then I have this mathematical formula, and I imagine these letters as numbers and stuff like that. And it's like, because the press loves that, because it's like, what a genius. They don't respect, hell, I don't know, I just go out there and do it as much, because people want to believe that anyone can do this if you get in the right school, if you get the right teaching from someone, if you go study Shakespeare, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And, I just don't believe that's true. I believe you either have it or you don't have it. Like in music, you can learn to play guitar. You can learn to play piano. You can learn to play drums. No, I'll take that back. You can get better at playing drums, but if you're not born a drummer, you're not going to be able to do it. My brother, God rest his soul, who passed away at 30, Jimmy, he was a brilliant musician, played every instrument in the world, except when he got on my drums, and he looked like he had some muscular disorder. It was like, he was just like, he goes, how do you do this? You use both legs and both arms?
That's
and
crazy that he can play everything else.
Everything. And he just couldn't play drums. Drummers can get better, and they get to be experts, but the thing in music that you can't teach is feel. You can't teach a vibe or a feel to people. Like Eric Clapton could play a lick on a guitar, give it to another guy. He plays the same exact lick. It's going to sound different just because of their feel.
Yeah, that's how that Miles Davis quote about hitting notes that everybody can hit the same notes, but it's the attitude of the motherfucker that's the important thing.
Yeah.
The attitude of the person singing the notes is everything. That's
Absolutely.
most of it.
Yeah.
And you either have that or you do not.
No doubt about it.
And some of it's genetic and some of it's just learned experience in your environment and how you grew up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't got it. You don't got it.
I mean, Levon Helm, who was a friend of mine, played drums with the band. He and Richie Hayward, who was with Little Feat, Frank Beard and ZZ Top, especially on their earlier records, and Charlie Watts and Ringo and those guys, they all had feel. They had a thing, and then there are these other drummers in these sort of, I call them science bands, where the drummer has like 75 drums, and they can do shit that seems humanly impossible. But what happens after the song's over? It doesn't stick.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, but Levon just playing on a little 4-piece kit just had that feel, and he played the song. So anytime musicians start thinking it's all about their thing. Like if you're doing movies, the prop people think you need 11 watches on each arm. It's like about your department, everything, 5 briefcases and watches everywhere and shit. And it's like, no, I'll just take an old Timex with a round face. I'm good, you know. But it's when musicians start thinking that they have to make their part cut through and be noticed. The best drummers, you don't really notice them. You hear the song. If you go in there and dig deep and listen to them, if you isolate them, you know, and just listen to that, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Listen to that cat. But in a perfect world, all you hear is the singer singing and telling you what they're trying to say, and the music is so good behind it that it's just part of it.
Yeah.
You don't really notice it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can't teach that.
Yeah.
It's the feel thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know it when you hear it. When a song just, oh yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah.
just gets in there. You're like, you guys nailed it.
Yeah.
You put it together, you fucking nailed it. And the amazing thing, like, about bands, and how long have the Boxmasters been around now? You've been around
20
for
years.
20 years.
Yeah.
The most amazing thing is that people get together and they stay friends for that long, and
Right.
with all the conflicts and all the ego and all the bullshit, and you hang out, and like that. To me, when someone makes great music, it's the most impressive thing. Is not just that you make great music, but you make great music with people that all get along together. With all these different creative minds and egos and weirdness. Everybody's weird. You know, every fucking creative person I've ever met's out of their fucking mind.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get all together, and then you show up at practice at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, and you rehearse together. You actually do it, and you show up for gigs, and you perform. You hit your notes on stage. You can all stay friends. Like that's the most important thing, and the most rare thing, and the most impressive thing.
It's absolutely. And with our band in particular, I mean, before that, I played in a million bands and had a solo band that did 4 major label solo records, and that's where I met some of the guys where it rolled over into the Boxmasters. J.D. Andrew specifically, he and I are the longest running members. We started the band together, and he and I still run it. And, we're the opposite of what normally happens. Normally, a band, when they're younger, they hit it for a while, 3 or 4 years, maybe have a couple of hits or at least some things that people know about.